Hey, Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny here with another episode of the Bet Win Repeat Show. It's Monday. It is August, 28th? Almost the end of August here. We're moving into September. This is the Bet Win Repeat Show, like I said. Please feel free to, what was I saying? Like, share, ring the bell, subscribe, all that good stuff. I forgot to share us out like a jackass. So I'm going to do that right now while you guys figure out why you are terrible contestants in contests. I'm going to tell you right now. New contest started on the Picks and Parlay Facebook page. I'm going to put that banner up right here. This is where you join the Facebook group page. It's facebook.com/group/Picks and Parlay contest. Definitely join that over there. I'm sharing this link out to them right now because I forgot. But they're probably over there fixing their contest from, Mondays and stuff like that. So we do a group contest. It's every day. It's a monthly contest. First of the month kind of goes through that every day of the month. And the only real requirement, besides following the rules, which obviously you have to do, is just, grade your own picks because it's a free contest. And then I wake up to people asking me what the records are because it's almost the end of the month. It's August 28th, like I said. And then here we are, me going back 5 days to grade contest and grade stuff instead of just updating stuff. I have to do all that because why? Because you guys can't grade your own picks. So I'll hold your hand through the whole damn process and I'll give you the free money. That's what I'll do for you. You're welcome. Don't forget to hit the like button. Promo code is not MLB anymore. Monday, GFY. That's what Monday is. GFY. That's where I'm at on today's Monday. The new promo code is, I told you it would change. It will. It did. I don't know. But I made it change. I changed it. Hopefully it works. I'm doing what I want now. I do what I want now. That's where I'm at. Promo code NCAA F for football or for something. I don't know. But that'll get you 20% off the entire site. You need a strong 2 picks. Go back to Friday's contest and you could just pick some out of the contest because we wouldn't know if any of them are graded or not, if they're winners or losers. So just pick 2 from there, Willie. I'm just kidding. I'm venting right now. I have not had coffee. It is Monday. It's been a shit show. And it's 10:04 my time. So I quit. It's Monday. It's 10 a.m. and I quit. This guy could give you some picks, though. Jesse Shule's coming on the show.
Jesse, I don't know if you remember the last time this guy was on this show, but maybe that's why people are giving you grief, Lenny. I'm lucky that you even let me back on here.
I'm telling you, Thursday. Jesse usually comes out on Thursdays, but we're switching some stuff around, and he does some free pick videos on Monday anyway, so we might as well have him on the show on Monday. I totally lost it. So Thursday, we touted JP France through the streets. Like, he was the Pope of all things easy money. And then he went out there and absolutely said, hold my beer. And he just...
What, did he give up 10 runs in an inning or something?
He gave up all kinds of runs. So I'm just telling you right now, JP France, don't listen to what we say about him. Obviously, we know nothing.
Hey, it's college football time. Forget about JP France.
I'll tell you what, though. What do you like today in the baseball card? I got a few things.
Let me see. What do I like? I guess I like San Diego. I mean, they're a big favorite. But Snell pitching against Wainwright. Wainwright is very dependable.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I'm on the Phillies early. One of the earlier games, I guess it's 3:40 Eastern, but I'm on the Phillies. No bet in the 9th at even money. I got it. So that, that's been following my trend and my pattern for baseball is a favorite. Like they're at home. It falls right into my
It
system.
was a cheap price. I looked at that price and I'm like, why isn't this? It looks like it's $20 too cheap to me.
It should be around as 150. I would have thought it would have been around from 150. I see it at 130s ish. Shop your lines, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Giolotto or Gioludo, who?
So
I don't care.
it's the name, but the name, if you match up the stats to the name, he's having a
They're
terrible
not bad.
season.
Right, yeah. I like the Phillies at home for me. That was it for me. I think I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Angels and what they did at the offseason and how they treated the whole not offseason, but trade deadline. So all that being said, I kind of was a little iffy on all that stuff. So I'm on the I thought I got a good price for the Phillies at even money to not bat in the ninth. That's what I thought was a good price. That and I undercover like the Astros, but after the JP France fiasco on Thursday, I'm gun shy. But I do like the Astros. I know they're on a back-to-back and traveling, but it's Boston.
Anybody got the cojones to bet against the Mariners at this point?
To what? With the A's?
Just that the Mariners are the hottest team in baseball, right? They're now in first place in the AL West.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, though,
they're a huge
I
favorite
might
today.
sprinkle the A's just to, F around and find out. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big backer of Oakland all year.
Yeah, well, I had Seattle yesterday -1.5, and you see how that worked out.
I don't think the Oakland A's have officially been eliminated from the playoff contention. Officially. Like, it's August. It's still August. I don't care. It's August. I know in a couple days, there's 31 days in August. So what are we at? 28. We got August or September's not till the 1st, but still, the Oakland A's have been eliminated officially from the playoffs contention. Seattle, now flips the script now, and they're up one game on Texas and Houston, and Texas is just the bottom is falling out there. But I thought I like Houston to stay in contention and keep that streak kind of moving. You know what I mean? Kind of situation. So you got questions in the chat about anything per games you got going on today or teasers, parlays. I don't have any. I haven't got to any parlays yet. I was going to do a parlay show today. And to be honest with you, time just got away from me. But I one of the things I do like is the Phillies. Like I said, no bat in the ninth. And I'm also on somewhere else. Whatever my contest plays were. I can't even tell you. Please hold. Let me see. Oh, Minnesota not to bat in the ninth either. And I got Minnesota not to bat in the ninth at -115. So I thought that was a good price considering they're -165 at the guard or playing at home against the Guardians with Maeda. I don't know. How do you say his name?
Kenta Maeda.
Yeah, him.
Maeda, maybe. Maeda,
Mayato. Wasn't there a car name like that? The Miata? That was Miata. Anyways, how do you feel about that Twins game, though? You got anything on that, or is it premium play? Don't give it out.
Okay. I don't really love Maeda. He's sort of struggling this year. I mean, he's pitching sort of okay, but they're not getting wins for him. And the Twins, they strike out too much, and Cleveland's been sneaky competitive. I guess game one after a travel day, maybe. I don't know.
That's fair.
I didn't like today's baseball card, to be honest with you.
I did, but I didn't. It was one of those weird things where, like, I have this whole process at night before I go to bed. I kind of quickly cap, like, to see what stands off the page right away for me, and then I kind of do that, and then I write it all down. Some things I like, I bet that night. Some things I don't like, I don't bet that night. Some things I just want to see where the line movement goes. That's a little iffy for me. And but I just think it's Minnesota. I think Minnesota's coasting at this point, especially in that division, which they're not really threatened by anybody in that division, as well they shouldn't be. I just think Minnesota at home, this is one of those games where they're just gonna get through it. So those are my two contest bets.
Still trying to figure out what happened to the Texas Rangers.
Max Scherzer. I'm blaming it on Max.
I would have liked to take Texas today, but you look at how they've been playing, and it's like this looks like an advantageous situation, but can I really back the Rangers when they've lost something like 10 of their last 12?
Yeah, I can't. I thought that too. Last night I wrote down Rangers ? And then drew a line through it.
That's basically what I did as well.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe.
I mean, I gotta wait till they string at least a couple wins together before I could jump back.
Show me something. And the Mets. I mean, it's the Mets. I mean, they're that team that are completely out of contention, but they have no business winning this game, but they will, or something. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that game at all. There's a lot of baseball that's just kind of went off the rails for me.
Yeah, well, it's fair to say that baseball went off the rails for me. But you know what? It's almost September, so it's that time. It's time.
Yeah, I agree. A little bit of college football this weekend. Let's talk that for a second. What did you? We'll talk college football for a second. Get your kind of what are your thoughts?
Reaction to week 0?
Yeah. What are your reaction to week 0? And then we'll get into the chat with some questions.
Okay. Well, the pertinent information that the chat probably wants to hear is new rules. How does the new rules affect everything? And it did appear to me that when you have teams that play slow, pro style, lot of running plays, not this up tempo, not air raid style, but the typical pro style offenses. Mm-hmm. It seemed like the clock was getting chewed up a lot, especially in that Navy Notre Dame game. Mm-hmm. All of it. It seemed like Notre Dame was scoring on every possession, but it's 14-0 and it's almost halftime because the clock's just been chewed up. And so those new rules on less clock stoppages, I'd say maybe look towards some unders if you could get, especially in these games with teams that run a lot, have a solid or mediocre defense, and the total is somewhere around like 47 to 50 in that 47 to 50 range. Probably good looks at some unders this week. If that does develop into a trend, you'll get it for this weekend only, and then by next week your window of opportunity will have closed, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Sam Hartman was the real deal.
I thought, yeah, I do. I Notre Dame looked good, and I hated it. I mean, I bet Navy like the week before this game plus 21 points or whatever it was, and I didn't. And at the closer it got to Navy game, the closer it got to game time, I did not like it. I was not a happy fan with that. At halftime, right before they scored their last touchdown to make it 28-0, before halftime, it was 21-0. I got Navy minus 20.5 points live. And I know it kind of contradicted the first bet, but I was just hedge account thing. And I just saw right then and there that Navy was running away with this shit. Notre Dame was running away from it. Navy
and you got Notre Dame minus 20.5. I know what you mean.
Yeah, you guys know what I mean. And then they win 42-3, and
overbetters got screwed.
Yep.
2 missed field goals and a bunch of turnover on downs in field goal range.
The USC game, USC looked like they were just going to score at. They kind of. I was a little scared at that at first. The over, but then San Jose State kind of scored some points, and USC let off the gas, and they just scored again at will. Like there was one particular play, the ball snapped. It's like over his head. He like bobbles it. He turns. He picks it up. Scrambles. 76-yard touchdown pass. And I'm like, that's USC's offense, though. They're like they're just when all hell breaks loose and the routes break off, they just throw it. They just throw it deep, and somebody's going to be down there, and that's Caleb Williams in a nutshell. I don't know if that
Eh,
translates to the NFL, just for the
My
record.
comment on the USC game is death, taxes, and Lincoln Riley's defense giving up a ton of points against mediocre teams.
Yeah, I had USC in a teaser. Thank God I didn't do it minus the 30 points or 31, whatever it was. So the teaser cashed me. So that part cashed. But I had the over straight in that game. And because I said USC is going to throw 50 on them. And I said, in that, I just need San Jose State to get a little bit. And they did. They got enough. And that was all that. Games I was completely wrong on. Hawaii went Vanderbilt. I thought Vanderbilt was going to crush them. I really did.
Well, they were up
Hawaii
21 in the fourth quarter, and Hawaii got the back door on them, really.
They did. They backdoored them for sure.
Which is exactly what I said wasn't going to happen, because they got this game against Stanford coming up in just a few days now. It's on Friday, so a short week, home game against Stanford. I would have thought that when they were down by 21, they would have packed it in, but they didn't, and they got the backdoor cover. And now I see that line has gone from Stanford minus 10 all the way down to Stanford minus 3.5. And granted, Hawaii looked a little bit better than we might have expected them to, but they scored 14 points late. They didn't win. They still got to travel. Now, Stanford's got tape on them. They can, how much did they, how many cards did they show their hand in that game?
I love Stanford now. Right.
Yeah. I mean, you go from minus 10 to minus 3.5. In my mind, Stanford, they've got their troubles. But I looked at their schedule last year. They were 3-9, Lenny. But you look at the teams they lost to. I mean, 5 of the 9 losses came against top 25 teams.
Mm-hmm. They played a schedule.
8 of the 9 losses came to Pac within conference play. And as bad as the Pac-12 is, it's still way above Mountain West and Hawaii and the teams that Hawaii was winning against. So, and Stanford did beat Notre Dame last year. They beat Arizona State last year. So 2 of their 3 wins were sort of against decent opponents. Arizona State wasn't great last year, but still probably better than Hawaii is this year.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough. The Ohio Bobcats let me down. They just never got going against San Diego State. Good defensive.
What was the final score in that game, Lenny?
Huh?
What was the final score in that game?
2013, San Diego State. And I was on Ohio. I was trying to get Ohio. I mean, I bet Ohio money line. It was like a 2.5, 3-point spread right in there. And I took a money line. I took a plus the points. It didn't work out. I didn't even cash the teaser, to be honest with you. It was a mess. But
I heard Rourke got hurt, apparently.
Yeah, he's who's that quarterback? It's not him no more.
Curtis Rourke, the brother of Nathan Rourke, who is with the Jacksonville.
It's the roster. Where's the roster of quarterbacks? Yeah.
So you're telling me he didn't even
Rourke is on there, but it was CJ Harris.
So Curtis Rourke didn't even play.
No. Not that I'm looking it up right now. I don't think he has any stats. Let me just.
Well, I would have thought that that must have been a surprise. I mean, how nobody would have won it.
I'm sorry, he did. He went 8 for 10, 75 yards, and that was it.
Yeah, so he got hurt.
I think they brought him.
So that was probably the game right there. Just Rourke getting hurt cost you the game.
Yeah, because CJ Harris went 18 for 41. That's a lot of pass attempts. 200 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks. So, that kind of hurt. It just wasn't. It was. I made money this weekend, but the things I made money on, I was kind of surprised. The under in the Jacksonville State UTEP game was easy money, 17-14. I had UTEP to win that game, but they lost. But I did cash the over. I mean the under. But that was really about it. That's my take on kind of college football. But let's head over to chat. Velko went 8-0 for the last 4 days. Of course he did. He's probably betting some weird soccer shit. Um, Interesting prop bet. Thoughts on Greinke over under 2.5 strikeouts. One of the lowest prop strikeout numbers you'll see. He's facing the Pirates. I mean, I might take the over there if I can get plus money on it. I mean, it's the Pirates. He's at home. I mean, I know he's a gas can, but
Yeah, I
two and a
mean, you
half
look at.
strikeouts. He's still a professional pitcher.
I'm going to look at that right now because I have some thoughts. I do have some thoughts,
I
Lenny.
have some thoughts on that.
See, if he averages low strikeouts, I'm assuming a lot of that's because he gets knocked out of games early. But is he going to get knocked out of games early at home against the Pirates in a sort of a favorable situation? His last start against Oakland, he had 5 strikeouts in 4 innings.
Right.
So he's gone over that number in 3 straight, 4 of his last 6.
I see. I get behind that. I just think he can fall into 3 strikeouts, like on accident.
At home this year. Wow, he does not have a lot of strikeouts at home this year.
He does not. He's not a strikeout guy. I'd be surprised if he pitches next year. Like, how old is he? He's got to be up there.
I'd still take him over Wainwright today.
Wow. I'd take you over Wainwright today if you were pitching. Oh shit, he's 30. Yeah, he's 39. He's got to be done this year. So maybe that's it. This might be one of the last couple games he's playing out at Kansas City Stadium. So maybe he wants to go out to bang. It's perfect game today.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that I was going to see something. I thought that I was going to see something there, but everything I saw sort of justified that number. You know?
Yeah, right. I know it's so low. It is so low. So yeah, it's too low, but it's justifiably too low, I guess. I would F around and find out on that. I'd take the over. Stop Geo says Phillies no bat in the 9th at plus 100 at DK. Yeah, that's where I got it. Caesars don't even offer that prop anymore. They had to be losing on it. I'll tell you what, they lost some money on me with it. But I highly doubt they took it off because of my, my action. Maybe I'm the one that's made Caesars take it off. I don't know. Why wouldn't I bet certain games in Bragg? I already do for hockey. Yeah, absolutely. And Caesars still has them, but they'll be on certain games. Ones that are a little bit more evenly, like or certain ones. Like I don't like to take the ones that are like minus 130 because those are, they're a little too. I don't like the late runs, and I don't know. It's a thing. Caesars is takes them off on and off though. It's day to day with them and game to game. But DK DraftKings seems to always have it. Can we make this parlay a winner? Need another leg to go with the Orioles, no bat. Yeah. Phillies, no bat in the 9th. Orioles. Who are the Orioles playing? The White Sox. I don't hate that. Rodriguez against Kopech. I don't hate the Orioles. They're heavy minus 250 favorites today. So the no bat in the 9th, I wouldn't be opposed to that. And I would add the Twins in there because I just think that the Guardians are that bad. Padres? You like Padres? Yeah. Wainwright? I mean, yeah, that's kind of feels like you're picking on Wainwright there. I mean, it's true that we should, though. Hey, guys, what do you think about the Phillies team total over versus the Angels? He gives up a lot of long balls. We talked about this with the Phillies. I kind of answered that question, how we all feel on the Phillies. So I'm not really afraid of the Angels and Giolito. Team total over. Yeah, I would do that too. Angels are toast at this point. And Davis has got some Germany-based basketball, minus 11. Minnesota, Jokovic, Texas, the Texas who? The Rangers? Seattle
I
minus
didn't think
two
that expensive.
is not a bad look.
I thought Seattle minus 1.5 was a pretty good look yesterday until they
Yeah.
lost with it.
Yeah, that's fair. My thing with Seattle minus two here is they're at home. And so now you need them to do that in 8 innings, which is possible because it's the Oakland A's have checked out for real. Like they've checked out. I don't know if they ever checked in. It's like the Hotel California for the Oakland A's, you know. So I don't know if I would get behind that. The Rangers at minus 135. We just talked about this. We can't like I want to. Here's the process on the Rangers for today's game. Wrote Rangers question mark and then put a line through it. And then I went to bed. And so that literally is exactly what I did with the Rangers there on that. I just don't know. I don't trust them. And I sure in the hell don't trust the Mets. The Mets.
They got to string a couple wins together to snap this losing skid they're on before I want to jump on board.
Fair. And here's the thing. I like John Gray. I like this matchup today. I like the Mets matchup today. I think it's priced correctly as well. But again, two teams. It's kind of like betting, the Oakland A's and the White Sox. I don't think there's any value there, but I will bet Seattle now that they're playing Oakland, and I will take that minus 2. But as far as the Rangers and the Mets, there's some ugly games today. And I don't try to get behind like the Yankees and the Tigers. For I'm trying so hard, folks, not to swear on this stream. I really am. Like Craig Trapp gives me crap about it. It says he's not like I'm in trouble, but he's like, can you make it can you make it a whole stream without saying the F word? And I'm here. Here we are, 27 minutes and 30 seconds into it. Why the fuck is anybody betting the Tigers? Why are you doing that? And they're favored. Why are you doing that? If you're that guy, I'm a Tigers fan, but if you're that guy, I'll send you my PayPal, my Venmo, send me the money. I'll find you a better game to bet on. Don't bet the Yankees and the Tigers. I don't care who's Reese Olson is horrible. Now that being said, he'll probably go out and throw, 7 magnificent innings against the Yankees, the last place Yankees. I heard I've watched zero baseball all weekend. So I heard there was a little bench clearing brawl between the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees because there was some heckling and whatnot from Tampa Bay sidelines. I don't want to say fans and whatnot, but in Tampa Bay, they were chanting, "Last place Yankees, last place Yankees," and the Yankees took some offense to that. What do you want to do? Win some games. You won't be last place Yankees. I don't really tell you. So Yankees fans, if you're mad, be mad. You're in last place. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What did you see that brawl? I mean, it was like, you know, uh, dugouts clearing, everybody on the field pushing each other, acting like they fight. Um, Yeah, just
I didn't
because
see
the
that
Yankees
one.
were apparently there were some interviews and they were upset about being taunted like that and didn't think it was very good sportsmanship. And I'm like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I hear if you go to the Bronx, there's a lot of great sportsmanship when you
Yeah,
play as the road team
exactly.
in the Bronx.
Yeah, so like I mean, when it's weird for New Yorkers to say, "Oh, don't be mean to us. We're the Yankees." Like, shut the front door. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So I had a Yankee fan on Twitter try to say something, trolled me for something. And I was like, bro, you're the Yankees. That's like me saying, "Oh, don't talk shit about my Red Wings because they're bad. They're bad this year. We have more Stanley Cups than any North American team ever. I can't be if sooner or later we're not going to be good. We're not good right now. We're not good. We're on the rise. That is what it is. You know what I mean? But
What did you say? You have more Stanley Cups than who?
The Red Wings have more Stanley Cups than any other team in the United States of America.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, not Canadian, not Canadian people. The Canadians have more cups.
23 Stanley Cups for Montreal.
Yeah. There's
That's
a
like
few.
a quarter of them.
We have quite. We have more than anyway. And you know, I know we haven't won any in a minute, and you know we haven't made the playoffs in a few years, but we hold records. So it is what it is. You know, it's hockey town. I don't know. Hockey's right around the corner, and I'm already starting to talk shit. I am. I'm already building myself up, but so now we have this weird week of NFL off, like bye week. Prepare for the NFL. Like you got us all ramped up.
I need this week to get focused and get geared up for
Well,
you try to get geared up for week 1 of college football, and you've got that sort of extra time for NFL. I'm glad that I have that time. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to have a full slate of college on Saturday because it's different capping week 1 than it is capping in the middle of the season, right? When you've got all those data points. But the first couple weeks is, you're it's like you're making something from scratch, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. You don't have a lot of, and there's statistics that will show
you got to do
year to year,
tons of digging.
Yeah, more sample size. I just don't have enough. And so I tell people all the time, and they probably get tired of hearing me, but I say this all the time. Tread lightly. Tread lightly, tread lightly, tread lightly. If you like a handful of games and you're just so adamant about betting them, bet them. Bet them.
Well, I was treading very lightly in week 0. No plays.
Oh, I had like 4 or 5. But
that's not treading lightly. What was there, 5 games or something?
It was like 6.
Yeah.
I did not.
Which one was the one that you didn't bet on?
Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 7 games. Yeah, and I didn't bet anything on Massachusetts, New Mexico, and I wanted to bet the under, and I'm glad I didn't because it went over. It was 40-30. So I'm glad. That's the only game I did not have a bet on, though. So it is what it is. I mean, I had a parlay with some teasers in it, but it was just kind of messing around. Just because I don't know, because I'm a degenerate, Jesse. That's why. That's just the bottom line. That's the bottom line. It's because I wanted to have something on those games.
Well, I was looking at the week 0 slate, and I kept on thinking that game, I wouldn't bet on that game with Detroit Lenny's money.
That's fair. Well, no, wish you would have told me. My big plans were to take all the money I won on Thursday night from JP France and roll it over on Saturday for college football. So, that didn't work out.
Lenny, that stings, man. That stings.
I messaged Jesse on Twitter like Thursday night, Friday morning, and I'm like, literally, WTF ? JP France. And he's like, then proceeded to be a lot of words I can't say on the show. And then different. He was so mad. I was mad. I'm like, the one dude, one time.
I had a premium play on the Astros in that game too, so it stung. It really stung.
That's fair. Tigers today, I'm not doing it. You can't talk me into it. You can't make me. I won't do it. Not doing it. Probably won't bet another Tigers game this year until at the end of the year. They'll play like Minnesota. They'll play some spoiler spots. And I might get on them here and there. But today, there's listen, there's some ugly baseball matchups
I
today.
mean, I would say at least you can maybe get on them when Eduardo Rodriguez is pitching, but then he
Right.
got rocked in his last start. So,
What do we
you
know?
know,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I mean, but as far as like that game, I can't. I can't do it. I want to, Randy. I want to. But if it was anybody but Reese Olson, the kid's
It does look like a good spot for the Tigers, though. But I mean, yeah, as a dog, you know, if you're getting
I
them
mean,
as a
he gave
home
up
dog, maybe.
his
But
last outing. He went 4.2 innings, gave up 6 runs to the Cubs at home. At home. Then he in Minnesota. In Minnesota, he went 2.2, gave up 4. Then the one before that at home, he goes 6 and gives up nothing to Minnesota. So it's like there's no rhyme to reason with this kid. So, and then the time before that, at home against Tampa, he gives up 4. Gives up Fowler in Miami. Those are his last 5. I don't want nothing to do with Reese. I don't. I don't want him on the roster. So I can't bet on him. I'll probably have the game on in the background at some point during the day. And
I guess
honestly, I
Severino
might
has
look at
been
an
so
over.
bad, though.
I might look at an over. It's at 8.5. But like, look for props. Is Aaron Judge batting? Take Aaron Judge to hit 5 home runs. I don't know. That's all I got for you. I don't know. I don't like that. MSU minus 14. Are you talking about Middle Tennessee State? Or are you talking about the
Michigan State and Central Michigan Chippewas, I believe.
That's only 14.5. That's what bugs the shit out of me.
I mean, it's a tough handicap with the player turnover.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. College football, so much turnover now with the portal and the time and stuff like I'm going to tread lightly in a lot of football.
It does seem to me like a lot of these MAC teams are getting a ton of credit, including Ohio. Ohio was a lot of money came in on Ohio, and that was probably going to be good if, like I say, the fact that Rourke went down probably killed the chances of that bet cashing. But I there's a lot of Ohio. Miami, Ohio is playing Miami Hurricanes. The Hurricanes have failed to cover Lenny in 9 of their last 10 games. Let me ask you, what does that make you think? A team that's
Miami,
failed
Ohio.
to cover in
Yeah.
See, I look at it the other way. I think a team that fails to cover in 9 of their last 10, the bookmakers can't inflate the spread because people want to bet against teams that don't cover, right? You don't cover in 9 of your last 10 games.
Fair. Yeah.
So you look at it and you're like, well, Miami. If you say to yourself, Miami, Ohio, or Miami Hurricanes are 20 points better than Miami, Ohio, if you're a bookmaker, I think the Miami Hurricanes are 20 points better than Miami, Ohio, but the Miami Hurricanes have failed to cover in 9 of their last 10. Nobody's gonna sign up to bet them minus 20. So I'm gonna drop it back to minus 17 and see how that goes. That's the scenario I see unfolding for teams that have failed to cover in 9 of their last 10.
That's fair.
I'm a big fan of Mario Cristobal too. I mean, he did.
I'm a Miami guy though. I like the U. I mean, I'm not this Miami, Ohio thing. I would probably be on Miami without knowing they failed to cover 9 out of their 10. I would immediately look to them. But
I mean, the U's been pretty bad, but
yeah,
they don't have to be that good to beat up on a MAC team. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's fair. And I'll tell you what, this clock is going to affect max overs, max in action, and all those over 60s, 70s, and stuff like that. That's gonna affect. It's not going to be, stop clock all the time. There, and so that clock's going to affect that. So we'll see how that plays out. But that's my opinion anyway. What else you got going on for us over at picksandparlays.net before we get out of here?
I just got 2 baseball plays for today, and I'm still working on my college football card for the weekend. Off to a good start with English Premier League, though, so you're going to want to catch those soccer plays on Saturday.
Perfect. Yeah, EPL right around is here. So definitely check out Jesse Shule at picksandparlays.net. Use that new promo code, NCAAF college football action there. Saves you 20% off the entire site. I'm Detroit Lenny with Picks and Parlays. That's Jesse Shule, Picks and Parlays. Don't forget, guys, if you're looking for the contest stuff, go over, join the Facebook page, Picks and Parlays contest. New contest started today. This will be the last weekly contest for a while. NFL contest starts week 1. That will be a whole new animal. So this is your last opportunity for a while to do this weekly contest. And keep giving me shit, and you won't be doing the monthly contest either. That's going to be it for the Bet Word Repeat show. I'm Detroit Lenny, Picks and Parlays. Jesse Shule, I appreciate you. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern. Take care, folks.